The next question about masterminds, I think, is an important one. For those who have been in masterminds for a long time, Dave, it might sound like a simple one, but I'm going to let you kind of take a crack at this, and I'm going to kind of fill in the gaps, if you don't mind, on why the heck should I even be in a mastermind?
Oh my gosh, there are just so many reasons. You and I have been in our other masterminds. I'm currently
Yes,
in a
yes.
mastermind for my website design business, and the lessons I learn from other people are so powerful. And what's so important is when we do our sessions about our greatest opportunities and ideas and issues, the folks in that mastermind have saved me countless hours of time going down the wrong path and set me on going down a much better path. I'm getting to where I want to go quicker, faster, with a lot less pain.
Yeah, yeah. Napoleon Hill, who wrote, oh gosh, what's the business classic? It's
Think
escaping me.
and
Think and
Grow
Grow
Rich.
Rich. Yes, he talked about the power of mastermind, where it's just two or more people coming together with a common cause of supporting each other to help each other help reach their greatness, right? And so I think that some of the great things about a mastermind is that it brings a sense of community that entrepreneurs, leaders, and business owners don't get anywhere else. They say it's lonely at the top, right? And it's lonely for some entrepreneurs and business leaders sometimes. And oftentimes, this is the only place that they can come to and really be real.
They could be themselves.
They can be themselves. They can let their guard down. Because if you're having a problem, a challenge, or at business, you tend not to go to your, I'm going to use air quotes around this intentionally, you don't go to your employees oftentimes. It's something we can talk about at some point. But this is a place where you can come and just really be real and be raw, be transparent, and really build a sense of community. There's this thing called the curse of knowledge, that we can't put ourselves in the position of someone else who doesn't know what we know. Dave, do you want to expand on that kind of thought for a second? We talk about this a lot.
Yeah, it's really easy. I don't know if any of you guys have watched, Wheel of Fortune or something like
Yeah.
that, where you see the letters open up and more of the puzzle being revealed, and then all of a sudden you get it after two letters, but somebody else doesn't get it. In other
That's good.
words, so you can't forget what you've discovered on the puzzle, and you don't understand why other people can't get it. They just don't have the knowledge, or they don't have that realization that you do. And that's one of the big problems we have as a business owner or as a leader, is that we understand our vision, we know where we want to go, but other people, our clients, they don't get it like we do. And
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for them to understand it, but what's hard is that we can't understand why they don't understand. And when we're in a group of other people, we can get some of that feedback. One of the exercises, Larry, that we did in our last mastermind that was really powerful is we talked about our mission and vision.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? And we got into small groups, and I saw several business owners talk about their vision, and other people in the group would go, "What? That doesn't make much sense."
Yeah.
And then they gave them that feedback, and we worked together to make it more powerful. And at the end of that exercise, just getting together with their peer group and working on it, they came out with a much more powerful mission and vision.
Yeah, like-minded people, right? Yeah, I think that oftentimes these masterminds turn into being, for some people, a board of advisors. Not necessarily a board of directors. Board of directors have fiduciary responsibility to your business, but board of advisors can be almost more powerful sometimes because they can give you the straight scoop without an agenda, except that they want you to succeed as badly as they want to succeed. And so we're all willing to share our resources, our ideas, the foibles, the mistakes, the tragedies that we've had. Why the heck should you join a mastermind? Well, I guess if you want to short circuit the learning cycle in life, I think that's why you join a mastermind. Because one of the big mistakes, Dave, I made early on is that I thought I could do it by myself. I did, because I knew if I got into I knew what a mastermind was, and I knew that if I got into it, I was going to have to admit that I made mistakes. I was going to have to admit that I didn't know everything, right? And so because of that, I made a lot of mistakes. The trajectory was a pretty circuitous one. And so I didn't reach my goals nearly as fast as I would have had I been in a mastermind, where somebody could have kind of kept me on on track. I would just encourage you, if you have more questions on why the heck you should join a mastermind, feel free to reach out to us. And you can reach out to us at feedback@yoogozi.com. You got that? Feedback@yoogozi.com. But seriously, just Google it. Google why should I join a mastermind? And so many articles have been written on this. And I promise you, though, that this will be the best investment. Joining, whether it's our mastermind or another mastermind, the best investment you make for your business is hiring a mentor and getting into a mastermind program. There is no high achiever that I know of, and I have interviewed a lot of them, and I have interviewed and follow and have mentors of people who do the same thing. And I can tell you, virtually no one who has any kind of high achievement, success, or lives a life of significance has not participated in a mastermind. Tim Ferriss talks about this. Tim Ferriss has got his new book, Tools of Titans, right? And he says the same thing, that they're all in masterminds, right?
Yeah, I think, and so it's really, Larry, it's really a question of, the question is not, should you join a mastermind? The question is, which one should you join, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think we're probably going to hit on that with some of the questions that have been submitted earlier, like why this mastermind? Because I can tell you this mastermind is not for everybody. I would encourage you to invest in the best mastermind that you can afford at the time, wherever you are in your life. Because I can tell you this, the first mastermind I joined was not it was a very inexpensive mastermind. And frankly, it helped me there because one of the things, Dave, you hear me say all the time, and our tribe members hear me say all the time, is this, that fourth graders look like gods to first graders, right? Think about this. If you've got a first grader or a kid, or you had children, or maybe you were a child at one point and you were in first grade, you looked up to the fourth graders like, wow, they've got it all figured out. They're reading. They're doing great stuff. They know math. They're the big kids on the playground, right? But the truth is, right, that fourth graders then look up to eighth graders, and eighth graders look up to the seniors. They can't believe it, right? So that's where we need to be. We need to be in a mastermind where people are further down the path than we are. But I can tell you, as soon as I saw the power of a mastermind, I went from paying, a couple $100 a month to be in a mastermind. I've been in masterminds that have been $25,000 a year, because they're that powerful. Actually, it's $25,000 for a 6-month mastermind, because I knew that these were going to be high achievers and they were going to spill greatness into me. Just sometimes greatness just rubs off. Jim Rohn is famous for saying, one of his famous quotes is, you become the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most.
Yes.
Right. So if you want to be a millionaire, or you want to live a life of significance, you better not be hanging out with the knuckleheads on the block, right? You better be hanging out with the high achievers.